First, we are following breaking news. 4 people shot, 1 person killed when gunfire erupts in southwest Philadelphia. The shooting happened just after 4 o'clock on the 5500 block of King Sessing Avenue. Police tell us a 20-year-old died after he was shot multiple times. 3 other men were also shot. One of them is in critical condition. So far, no motive or arrests, and we will stay on this breaking news and bring you updates on CBSPhilly.com.
These cops don't even care no more. They playing Candy Crush on the crime scene, man. They don't even care. My man, he up in some IG thotties pics while they supposed to be processing the crime scene, man. Last year, what you had, 30 mass shootings in Philly? 30. And we've been covering this the whole time. We've been covering this escalation that Philly done became Chicago. And when I say Philly became Chicago, I know Baltimore and St. Louis are the 2 most dangerous cities in the country. What I'm saying is Philly has the most murders of all. They had 500 murders last year. Chicago has 3 million people, had 600 murders. Philly has 1.5 million, and they have 500 murders. And this year, they're on pace to break that. And Chicago's is not the same as it used to be. It's still high, but not the same as it used to be. Listen, I don't blame the cops. They probably watching my channel. They probably watching one of my videos, man. I don't blame them for watching one of my videos at the crime scene, man. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's bad out there, man. The mentality. Them brothers is wicked out there in Philly, man. God, dog. And I went to Philly a few years ago to get a cheesesteak. And me and my wife did that a couple times. Just drove up to Philly to get a cheesesteak. This was a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't drive to Philly to just get a cheesesteak. Because when we go, we like to go to we don't like to go to Geno's and all that stuff. We like to go to the little hood spots where they got the cheesesteak. You know? I mean, not the cheesesteak, but they got the cheesesteak. That's what they call it, cheesesteak. But it's just amazing. I mean, so much steak and cheese whiz. Just those sandwiches are awesome. I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even go up there right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I wouldn't even go up there right now. It's bananas up that joint, man. I wouldn't even go up there right now, man. It is crazy.
With new leads in the search for suspects in the deadly Mother's Day weekend violence, police need the public's help when it comes to tracking down these 4 men. Alicia Reed is in Spring Garden with an update on how city leaders are fighting violence. Alicia, good evening.
Good evening, Yuki. As the city looks forward to the progress made in the coronavirus pandemic, local officials say the fight against crime is less promising. New images released this afternoon. Police believe these 4 men are responsible for the murder of 20-year-old Sebastian Brown on the 1700 block of West Ruscombe Street Saturday evening. Law enforcement officials say the group hopped out of a silver Outlander just before 8 p.m. and went after both the driver and Brown, who was in the front passenger seat. Homicides are now up 34%.
Homicides up 34%. I told y'all. This is crazy. I just want y'all to understand that all this blood is on Black Lives Matter, white liberals, defund the police, criminal justice reform, all that crap. Look what happened when you gave an inch. They didn't even defund the police like they wanted to. They just cut a few units out of these cities. They want to do more. And they don't even see, they can't even make the correlation. What's going to happen when they cut more than they've already cut? Philly got a police shortage. They have a police shortage in this city. A police shortage. Because police know, as crazy as these psychopaths are on the streets of Philadelphia, and these guys are psychos, man. As crazy as they are, if something goes wrong, the cop gonna be on death row. Cop gonna be in the can. So if you a cop, you like, man, the hell with this. Let them kill each other, but they ain't just killing each other. They're killing innocent black citizens, hardworking people, kids, family men, people with bright futures, people that's not in the streets. All this blood is on Patrice Cullors as she attempts to turn Black Lives Matter into a real estate company. Alicia Garza, all of them. All this blood is on their hands. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson.
Homicides are now up 34%, and so are domestic violence-related killings.
On this date last year, we had 8 homicides. 8 compared to our 18 this year. That's a 138% increase over last year.
I don't think you understand what this woman just said. They had 8 domestic violence homicides at this point last year. They have 18. How many of them 18 women you think is black? I'll say in a city like Philly, 16 of them. 15 at least. If it was men, I would say all 18 of them. But it's women. So I'd say 15 of them women is black. And 3 is either white or Latino. 138% increase from one year to the next. All that blood is on Patrice Cullors, Alicia Garza, and whatever the other chick's name is. Everybody who support Black Lives Matter and defund the police. All of that. All of that blood's on y'all hands.
Homicide detectives say the active search for 23-year-old Justin Smith continues. He's accused of killing his girlfriend, Deanna Bryce, who was pregnant with his baby boy. He should be considered armed and dangerous. There's a $20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. While these suspects are at large, police say they have made some progress, taking more than 2,200 illegal guns off the street.
Those barrels hold 50 rounds of ammunition, plus whatever the magazine held. So a couple of these guns were able to fire up to 80 rounds. I have no idea what anyone, anywhere, would need 80 rounds of ammunition to fire for, especially on the streets of our cities.
While
these brothers running around with 80-round guns. 80-round guns that can shoot 80 rounds. And we've heard some scenes have had 80 rounds. They found 80 shell casings at the scene. And they're still talking this defund the police crap. They're still talking this all across America. They're still talking police reform, lighter sentences, less jail time. Black men are victims of police brutality. Wow.
While department leaders plead for tips from the public, Commissioner Daniel Outlaw was before City Council today in support of funding for department operations. Now, the department is asking for $727 million for fiscal year 2022 operations. That's the same budget as this year. Now, the council is expected to pass the final budget in June.
So they're asking just for the same amount of money as they had last year. They need twice as much money as they had last year. They going back to the city council to beg. Please just give us the same amount of money. Don't make it less. Don't defund us anymore. Please just give us the same amount of money. You see the results you're getting with the amount of money you got, resources, the amount of resources you got now? And you going to go back and beg for the same amount and hope that they give you that because they really want to give you less? Wow. Black America, we going to stay on top of this story, man. Coast to coast. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Peace. I'm out.